The new Saints Row has cars. Wow, Theo, that's incredible news. Yes, Saints Row is back and the cars are back in full force. Also, you can do this. Just driving over the water. Physics. Now, Saints Row cars have always been a little bit funny. They're not particularly the focus of the game. However, the customization has always been good fun. And I think the customization of this game is actually better than a very popular racing game that came out in November last year. Anyway, now of course the cars are not real by any stretch, and we're going to talk about the fact that this is the top speed of this car. Okay, I'm now slowing down, but essentially top speed has never been a really big deal in terms of Saints Row, and it's just how these open world games kind of work. Now the car... I forgot that man jumped in front of the damn car. Now, this game does not really have the handbrake. It has a drift button. As I say, the top speed isn't particularly fast, and once you start crashing and actually going pretty quick in this game, you kind of understand as to why Saints Row doesn't really have that high of a top speed. Even GTA's top speed is not particularly high. Now, if you want to save a car, all you need to do is pull up to the wrong location, then reverse back round and realize you've gone to the wrong location and save it at your safe house. Now, if you save a car, basically you'll always be able to access it. You can blow them up and then you can come back here and it's still there. How do I feel about that? I think it's fine. It's not a racing game. Whatever. Without really spoiling too much, there's a mission that you need to complete. It's called a piece of the action. Once you complete this mission, you'll be able to actually unlock the customization. So you can't customize until a little bit later in the game. You're looking at about 1.5 hours playthrough before you can actually unlock the ability to customize. But this also unlocks something super cool, which is a cable to grapple. Straight away, this probably reminded me of the Fast and Furious, what is it, 4? Where you drag around a container. Saints Row is back in its craziness. Oh, again, if you didn't see my previous video, it's not like super duper crazy like it was in Saints Row 3 onwards. It's more kind of tame in the middle of Saints Row 2 and 3. Anyway, you get to have a little bit of fun sliding this thing around. If you whack people with it, they will die. Things will explode. This felt quite light, but once you actually unlock the grapple from completing this mission and you purchase it and put it on a car, you can hit cars with other cars. It's pretty cool, actually. Look at these baboons! About to get blown up by the big man machine! Take out the rest of their enemies. Ba, 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 ba. They're already dead. You'll complete the mission, and then you shall get some rewards. These Saints Row 2 style screens, they do something for me. They honestly, this is good. I love this. I've genuinely had a lot of fun on this game. Another quick thing is that you unlock some extra missions in there, kind of like how GTA. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it, all right? But basically, there's a chop shop. You'll get some money based upon you taking the cars. This one was literally round the corner, so I completed it straight away. Oh yes, and it is of course called gym robs instead of rim jobs like it used to be, which does disappoint me a little bit, I must say. Doesn't bother me that much. Anyway, picked up my car. Someone wanted to join my game. I really don't know why I said no, because that would have been pretty cool. Anyway, drove to gym robs. Now, this is not something you need to do. I figured out later that you can customize it in your own garage, or you can select your car from gym robs. You don't have to. It's basically the same building. But I kind of wanted to come here because, you know, it's going to the garage. I'm a car man. That's what I do. Anyway, you'll arrive at rim jobs, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep calling it rim jobs. I don't care. And you'll be able to choose between the vehicles that you own. You can drive or customize, and let's show you exactly what it's got. You know me, I'm the GTA car man, and so I've got to show you the cars and Saints Row. So you've got preset upgrades. You've got paint, body mods, tires, audio, which is actually the engine audio, and equipment. So nitrous, the off-road kit, and the towing cable can all be equipped to the car. These are probably the more expensive kind of upgrades that you can do. You can do performance upgrades, and of course, as I said, you can change the sound of the engine. All you need to do is equip it, and it'll give you a little preview. What I will say, go lightly with the preview, because that's not generally how it sounds when you take it outside. See, this SUV one sounded proper meaty, and I really like the idea of that. So you can do the horn, you can make it so it's automatic, or it has the thud when you change gear, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got tires, which you can actually do, in my opinion, good customization that you would kind of wish to do, and it was probably better fitment-wise in Saints Row than you could in most racing games. You can change the tire type, you can change the tire profile, you can change the fitment of the damn wheels. Change the rims, of course, you can go through quite a few of them. You go through some normal looking ones, and then you go for some proper cool wood ones, and then weirdness, and then you've got some neon. There's quite a lot of strange wheels in here. But honestly, it's Saints Row, baby. That's what I like. I can't wait to get some like low riders and stuff. There better be low riders, otherwise it ain't a Saints Row game. I'm saying that right now. We can change the tire size, which of course is going to lower and raise the car. You can lock the changes so it happens on both sides. Obviously, some wheels then won't fit properly. You have to go back to the rear axle and then adjust it, but the rear can go out a lot further, which then put the front out. Moving on to the body modifications, the bumpers, which is something I didn't realize at first, changes the front and rear bumper, which means you can't mismatch them. Again, it's kind of a shame. However, it's not a car game as such. You can go back and forth between changing the mirrors. You can go for some side skirts. You can change the rear. You can do quite a decent amount to these cars. And of course, because they're not licensed cars, they can do a little bit more extreme things. For example, big gaping wang. You know, I like my wangs, and being able to do this is super cool. So the presets are basically will equip the car full with all of these mods based on what they've decided. Presets are, I don't know, they're fine for the people that don't really care. However, I'm a customization person, so I'm going to be writing the poo-poo out of these cars. You then got the ability to change the paint style, and not only just the paint, but there's actually quite a few cool types of paint. Of course, you've got your iridescent, your pearlescent, you've got your matte, you've got your glossy kind of colors. You can choose the color through a custom color picker. Pretty cool. Pretty standard, you know, painting. And then you have some liveries to go through as well, just in case you are tickled by some of that. You can't do a custom one, it's just kind of presets, which is, you know, fine, whatever. It's Saints Row, you know. Oh, and that was Professor Genki right there. That was pretty cool. Finishing off with some window tint and interior colors. Fine details. You can pretty much choose and customize quite a lot in this game. Changing the age of the paint, for example, and also adding underglow. It's got basically what you would want, right? And so my car is complete. This thing is... What? Why did I do that? Anyway, this was for the SUV noise. You remember the one that was sounding really grumbly, V8 motory? This is the noise afterwards, which is a little bit disappointing. So I went straight back and to change it. This noise fits a little bit better, but still, it makes better noises when you press the drift button. And yeah, I'm hoping for some racing, but don't expect like large things. Like, expect some racing to appear in the game, because Saints Row's kind of always had that. I'm not far enough into the game to tell you if it's there. Again, this is a preview build that I got to play. This is not me playing it now, but essentially the cars in Saints Row are pretty darn fun. This, of course, has been mostly been one particular car, but you can have some fun and add things like nitrous, for example, and also swinging cars around. Because why the heck not? There's a gang member car, for example, which I thought, yeah. How about I grapple to the gang member's car, just like that, and drag them around? But unfortunately, he jumped out very quickly. He knew what my game was. He wasn't ready to be swung around. That's some light supercar, but the cars definitely feel heavier than that container did. And the handling gets a bit mental, to say the least. If your car is low, you will hit curbs and flip. It's somewhat terrifying when that happens, but the same rate is good fun. You can have some good sandboxy fun. I cannot wait to grapple a friend's car and just swing them round and see what their camera does. Like, things like that I'm very much looking forward to on the new Saints Row game. Physics. You've also then got some cool cars like this, which has a V8 noise in this little Miata looking thing, as I showed on the previous video. I fell in love with this thing straight away. It's so freaking cool, and I can't wait to throw NOS on it and throw some upgrades on it and really just see what you can do to some of the weird and wacky cars of Saints Row. Also, big man skates, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful. And then it's got some weirdness. Overall, good fun. I'm picking up this game myself for sure. Let me know if you want to see some videos on it by smashing like. And it's out next month. Be sure to let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say about it. Thanks again for the publisher for allowing me to check the game out early. I will see you in the next one. Until next time, peace.